Welcome to Reread. We are on the last story arc by the X-Wing Rogue Squadron comic book series. This one's called Mandatory Retirement. The Tribunal meets with Yasan Isard and decides, yes, even though she doesn't have all the proof she needs, they do think that Pestage is plotting treason, and they move to arrest him, which they do. And in exchange, the New Republic says, hey, we need to go rescue him. And they're like, why would we rescue him? He's a dirtbag. True, but if we rescue him, we can show the rest of the Empire who's thinking, well, I don't want to get caught. You know, I'd like to betray the Empire, but I don't want to get caught. And if that's the case, then you can see that if you help us, we'll help you. You know, we'll get you out, even if the Empire, it'll be good for their image, is what she's saying. So they agree, even though some of the rogues do not like St. Pestage or the Empire, they go to rescue him. Well, it gets not bungled, but some Star Destroyers show up right as the rogues are about to leave, and quickly they go around the planet's dark side to go hide on the planet, and they're kind of stuck there. And they need rescuing. Now, they're trying to come up with a plan to escape and get away from the fleet that's overhanging the planet. Meanwhile, there's a great scene where Leia's like, I'll call Han, Luke, Lando, we'll be over there to rescue them. And Mom Mothma goes, hey, gone are the days, Leia, where you can just pack up with all your friends and go on a rescue mission like this. Meaning, all of the Marvel adventures, Shaz the Empire, all that stuff, those days are gone. You need to grow. Your position is here, and you're more valuable here. Everyone's getting their own roles now. So it's basically saying, hey, gone are the days of the old system, the old ways, where they'd all get in the Millennium Falcon together and go on adventures from the Marvel comic books and whatnot. Now, they're each sliding into their roles that we see in the Bantam era in the novels. And even though it was something very small that was said, I really enjoyed that. There is a really fun scene here, because I forgot to mention this in the second book. They're asking, someone asks, I can't remember who it is, Akbar or Mom Mothma or someone, what if things go wrong? And she said, define wrong. And they said, well, let's say the Imperials sent a Death Star to pick up Pestage. And she says, okay, then we'll have Wedge and Tycho handle that while we work on the rescue mission. like, you know, yeah, they've taken out Death Stars before. We'll just have them do it again. I thought that was pretty funny. There is a love interest here, and this is started from actually the previous story arc, Masquerade, I believe, where a Quarren and a Mon Calamari, the Quarren's name is Nirin, and the Mon Calamari is Ibitson. It's the best I can pronounce their names. They form a relationship. First off, these two live on the same planet, but their species do not like each other. Well, they form a bond with Rogue Squadron, working on Rogue Squadron together, and fall in love. Unfortunately, as they're pulling out of the rescue mission for St. Pestage, Ibitson dies, and the Quarren is angry. He hates St. Pestage because St. Pestage is like, he thinks, and he tells Wedge this, he thinks that the rebellion just uses aliens to, pad their numbers to help their cause, but they don't really care about them. He said, come on. He said, I know what you're doing. You're just trying to wing them along so they'll pad your numbers so you can fight them, but then eventually you're going to leave them behind, right? Because men are way more important. Humans are way more important. And it's showing that, racist streak that the Empire has against, or xenophobia they have against aliens. And, I mean, there's some great parts here. He finds out he's being transported in the same room where the body of Itzeben, Sam, or whatever you say her name is going to be. And he said, I don't want to be here with this alien meat bag, this dead meat bag. And Wedge can't stand that. He's like, okay, we'll give you some quarters. And we're going to, because she doesn't deserve, her dead body deserves better than being stuck with you, which I thought was really good. But unfortunately, St. Pestage gets recaptured, I think killed by the Empire. Of course, Isard moves into power now. She captures the Tribunal, and now she's going to rule the Empire. And that's the only setup that we see that's already in place by the time Rogue Squadron comes around. At the end, it just ends with all the former rogues that have passed away in the comic books. And Wedge gives this nice, long, 4-page eulogy of it all. Basically, this is the end of the series. Overall, the series is not that good. It doesn't hold a candle to the novels, which the novels are excellent. And Michael Stackpole either didn't get the chance to connect the two or just failed. I think he just failed in his mission overall. I don't think he had any intention. He told his own story, kind of got long-winded, didn't know how to tie it together with the novels, and just stopped. But he did promise the fans several times the comic book would tie into the books. I mean, besides Isard, her story arc, nothing else did. So overall, it is a disappointment. This should have been the best thing in the world. And at times, Baron Fell especially, it had its highlights. It did have it when it first started out. Battleground Tatooine was okay, then it dips really low, then rises up a little bit, then kind of flatlines at the end. It doesn't really do that much at the end. So, and they still don't rescue Vanessa. That's just kind of a storyline, I guess. They didn't bother finishing or wrapping up. So again, sorry, the novels are way better than the comic book. Comic book isn't bad, it's bad at times, but overall, it basically gets a C. How's that? C- even. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.